guys, I'm back. Today I'm going to read Daniel 4-10, Proverbs 23, and Psalm 57. Let's get started. King Nebuchadnezzar to all peoples, nations, and languages that dwell on all the earth, peace be multiplied to you. It has seemed good to me to share the signs and wonders that the Most High God has done for me. How great are his signs, how mighty his wonders. His kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. His dominion endures from generation to generation. I, Nebuchadnezzar was at ease in my house and prospering in my palace. I saw a dream that made me afraid. As I lay in bed, the fancies and wisdom in my head alarmed me. So I made a decree that all the wise men about me should be brought before me, and they might make me into the interpretation of the dream. And the magician, the enchanters, the charlatans, and the astrologers came in. At last I came before he who was named Belteshazzar, the name of God, in whom is the spirit of the holy gods. And I told him the dream, saying, that Belteshazzar, chief of the magicians, did they know the spirit of my heart? The spirit of the holy gods in you, and that no mystery is too difficult for you. Tell me the visions by dream, and I saw the interpretation. The vision of my head is like lay in bed. As I lay in bed with these, I saw and behold a tree in the midst of its the earth, and its height was great. The tree grew and became strong, and its top reached heaven. It was visible to the end of the whole earth. Its leaves were beautiful and its fruit, and it was free for all. The beasts of the field found shade under it, and birds of the heavens lived in bunches. All flesh was fed from it. And so in the visions of my head as I lay in bed, behold, a watcher of the woman came down from heaven. He proclaimed aloud and said thus, chop down the tree and off its branches, strip off its leaves, and it scattered free. Let the beast flee from under and its branches, and it rose from its branches. Let the stump of its face from the earth, and let the band fly in bones. Amid the tender grass of the field, and be aware of the dew of heaven. Let his portion be with the beasts in the grass of the earth. Let his mind be changed from man, and let beasts be given to. And let 7 periods of time pass over. So this is by the decree of the watchers. A decision by the word of the Holy Ghost. To the end that for living may know Most High was the kingdom man. He was to him he will and sets over the lilies of men. In his dream I, King Nebuchadnezzar, saw. And you, Belteshazzar, tell me the interpretation. Because all the wise men of my kingdom are not able to make known to me the interpretation of you are able. The spirit of the holy gods is in you. And Daniel's name was Belteshazzar, who was dismayed for a while. And his thoughts alarmed me. The king answered and said, Belteshazzar, tell not the dream or the interpretation alarm me. Belteshazzar answered and said, my lord, may the dream be for those who hate you, and its interpretation for your enemies. The tree so which grew and became strong, and so that its top reached to heaven, and it visible to the end of the whole earth. Whose leaves are beautiful and its fruit abundant, in which was fruitful, and which beasts of the field found shade, and in whose branches the birds of heaven live. It is you, O king, who have grown and become strong. Your greatness has grown and reaches to heaven, and your dominion to the ends of the earth. And because the king saw watch a hole come down from heaven, and say, jump down the tree and destroy it, leave down the stump of its roots in the earth, bound with the bane of iron and bronze, and the tender grass of its field. And let me be well with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beasts of the field. There will 7 periods of time pass over. This is the interpretation of the king, is the decree of the Most High. It is come upon my lord the king, and he shall be driven from among men, and he shall be with the beasts of the field. Shall he make eat grass like an ox, and he shall be wet with the dew of heaven. And 7 periods of time shall pass over. Do you know that if the Most High rules the kingdom, and gives it to whom he will? And as was commanded to leave the stump of the roots of the tree, your kingdom shall become firmly from the time that you know that heaven knows. Therefore, your kingdom and counsel be accepted for you. Break off your sins by practicing righteousness, and to sing righteousness and your iniquities, and showing mercy to your rest, that there may perhaps be a lengthening of your prosperity. All this came from King Nebuchadnezzar. At the end it told him as he was walking on the roof of the royal palace of Babylon. And the king answered and said, is not this great Babylon which I built by my mighty powers of royal residence, and for the glory of my majesty? While the words were still in the king's mouth, there was a voice from heaven, O King Nebuchadnezzar, for to you all is spoken, and the kingdom has departed with you, and you shall be driven from among men, and your dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field, and shall be made to eat grass like an ox, and 7 periods of time shall pass over you, until you know that the Most High rules of the kingdom and of the man, and gives to whom he will. Immediately the word was fulfilled against Nebuchadnezzar. He was driven from among men, ate grass like an ox, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven, to his hair grew as long as eagle's feathers, and his nails were like birds' claws. At the end of the 8 days, I, Nebuchadnezzar, lifted my eyes to heaven, and I reached the return tree, and I blessed the Most High, and praised and honored him who lives forever. And his dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom endures from generation to generation. All the inhabitants of the earth I count as nothing. And he does according to his will among the host of heaven, and among the inhabitants of the earth. And none can say to him, or say to him, what have you done? At the same time, my reason returned to me, and for the glory of my kingdom, my majesty and splendor returned to me. And my counselors and my lords saw me, and I was established in my kingdom, and a stable greatness was added to me. Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol unto the King of heaven, whose works are right and his ways are just. I shall walk in pride as he is humble. King Belshazzar made for a feast, made for a great feast, 1,000 of his lords, and drank wine from the thousand. Belshazzar, when he tasted the wine, commanded the vessel of gold and silver that Nebuchadnezzar's father had taken from him. His father had taken out of the temple and chosen he be brought to the kings and his lords, his wives, and his concubines, by drink from them. And they brought in the golden vessel, and he had taken out of the temple the house of God in Jerusalem, and the king and his lords, his wives, and his concubines drank from them. They drank wine, and praised the gods of gold, silver, and bronze, iron, wood, and stone. And the fingers of a human hand appeared in the plaster of the walls of the king's palace. And opposite the last, and the king saw what was. And the king saw the hands it were, and the king's color changed. His thoughts alarmed him. And his limbs gave way, and his knees knocked together. The king called loudly to bring in all the enchanters, the Chaldeans, the astrologers. The king declared to the wise men about me. Whoever reads this writing and shows any interpretation shall be clothed with purple and have a chain of gold around his neck, shall be the third ruler in the kingdom. And all the king's wise men came to him. They could not read the writing or make known to the king the interpretation. King Belshazzar was greatly alarmed, and his color changed, his lords were perplexed. They were going because the words of the king and his lords. And they came into banquet in the hall, and the king cried, "O king, live forever, let not your thoughts alarm me or your color change. The man your kingdom in whom is the spirit of the holy gods. In the days your father, my understanding was like the wisdom of the gods were found in him. King Nebuchadnezzar, your father, the king, made him chief of the magicians, enchanters, Chaldeans, and astrologers. He was an excellent spirit, knowledge, and understanding to interpret dreams, explain this, and solve problems. Was found this Daniel. He was a king named Belshazzar. Now let Daniel be called, and he will share the interpretation. And Daniel was run before the king and said to him, "You are that Daniel, one of the exiles of Judah, whom the king my father brought from Judah. I have heard of you that the spirit of God is in me, and that by understanding and excellent wisdom found me. And the wise men of the enchanters have been brought in before me to read this writing. They can its interpretation. They cannot show me the interpretation of the man. I have heard that you can give interpretations to all problems. And if you read the writing, and make a note of its interpretation, you are clothed with purple and have a chain of gold. It shall be third ruler in the kingdom." And Daniel answered before the king, "Let your gifts be for yourself, and give your voice to another. Now thus I'll read the writing to the king, and make known to him the interpretation. O king, the Most High God gave Nebuchadnezzar your father kingship, and greatness, and glory, and majesty. And with the greatness, the way he gave him all peoples, nations, and languages, trembled and feared before him. And now, whom he would, he killed, and whom he would, he kept alive. Whom he would, he raised up, and whom he would, he humbled. When his heart was lifted up, and his spirit was harnessed, then he died heavenly. He was brought down his king's throne. His glory taken from him, and he was driven among the children of mankind. And he was fed grass like an ox, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven. And until he knew that the Most High God was the kingdom of mankind sets over whom he loved. And you, his son, have not humbled yourself heart, and though you knew of this, but you lift up yourself against the Lord, and the vessels have been brought in before you. And you and your lords, your wives, and your concubines, iron wood, have drunk wine from them. And you praise the gods of silver and gold, bronze, iron, wood, and stone, which you do not see or hear of. The God in whose hands your breath, and you whose arm with words, and you know honor. And then from his presence the hand was stone, and his writing was inscribed. And this is the me, writing thou was inscribed. Mini, tekel, and parson. This is the interpretation of the matter. Mini. God has numbered the days of your kingdom and brought it to an end. Tekel, you have been weighed in the balances and found wanting. Paris, your kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians. And then Belshazzar gave the command, and it was clothed with purple, a chain of gold, and put it around the neck and proclamation made about it. He should be the third ruler in the kingdom. That very night Belshazzar, the Chaldean king, was killed, and Darius the Mede received the kingdom, being about 62 years old. It pleased Darius to serve the kingdom 120 satraps, to be throughout the whole kingdom, and over them 3 high officials, of whom Darius was one, to whom these satraps should give account, so that the king might suffer no loss. Then this Daniel became distinguished above all the other high officials and satraps, because an excellent spirit was in him. And the king was going to settle over the whole kingdom. And the high officials and the satraps sought to find ground for complaint against Daniel with regard to the kingdom. They could find no ground for complaint against or any fault, as he is faithful, and no error fault was found him. And these men said, "We shall not find no ground for complaint against his name, those he found in connection with the law of his God." And these high officials and satraps came by agreement to the king and said to King Darius, "Live forever." While the high officials of the kingdom, the prefect, In such as the councils and the governments are agreed that the king should establish an ordinance and enforce an injunction, and whoever makes addition to any government in 30 days, except to you, king, shall be cast into the Danielites. Now, king, establish the injunction signed document, so it cannot be changed. According to law, the Medes and Persians, which cannot be signed, cannot be reversed. Therefore, King Darius signed a document and injunction. And Daniel knew that the document had been signed. He went to his house where he had windows and his opportunity open toward Jerusalem. He got down on his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his God. They did not praise later. Then these men came by the grave and found Daniel making petition and praying before his God. And they came near and said, I hope the king concerning the injunction. But the king did not sign the injunction. Anyone who makes petition to any god or man within the years, that he or king shall be cast into the life. King answered and said, things stands fast according to the law of the Medes and Persians. It cannot be revoked. And they answered and said before the king, Daniel, who was one of the exiles from Judah, pays no attention to the king or the injunction you have signed. Makes his petition 3 times a day. Then the king, when he heard these words, was much distressed and said his mind to the level of Daniel, and later till the sun went down to rescue him. And these men came by again to the king and said to the king, know, O king, that it is the law of the Medes and Persians that no injunction or ordinance injunction or ordinance of the king established can be changed. And the king commanded, and Darius was brought into the Danielites. He brought and cast into the Danielites. And the king declared to Daniel, may your God whom you serve continually deliver you. And his stone was brought and laid on the mouth of death. And the king sealed with his own signet with the signet of his laws, that nothing be changed concerning Daniel. And then the king went into his palace and spent the night, but he made a legend about to sleep fed for him. Then at the break of day, the king arose and went haste to the Danielites. And as he came near to the time where Daniel was, he cried out with a sound of anger. He then declared to Daniel, servant of the living God, and to God whom you serve continually, being able to deliver you from the lion. And Daniel said to the king, O king, live forever. And God sent his angel and shut the lion's mouth, and they did not harm me, because I was found blameless before him. And I said before you, O king, I have done no harm. And the king was exceedingly glad and commanded that Daniel be taken up out of the dead. But Daniel was taken up out of the dead, and no kind of harm was found in him, because he had trusted in his God. And the king commanded, who those men who maliciously accused Daniel, who brought and cast him to Danielites, their children and their wives, and therefore they reached the bottom of the lions overpowered them and broke all the bones and pieces. Then King Darius wrote to all the peoples, nations, and languages, and dwell in all the peace. He has been multiplied. I make a decree that an almighty royal dominion people are to tremble and fear before the God of Daniel. For he is the living God, enduring forever. His kingdom shall never be destroyed, and his dominion shall be to you. He delivers and rescues, he works signs and wonders in heaven and on earth. He will save Daniel from the power of the lions. So this Daniel crossed during the reign of Darius, and not the reign of Cyrus the Persian. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, David Daniel saw a dream, and a vision on his head as he lay on his bed, and he wrote down the dream and told the son of the man. Daniel declared, and I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of heaven were stirring up the great sea, and 4 great beasts came up out of the sea, and they differed from one another. Their flesh was like a lion, had eagle's wings, and I looked as his wings were plucked off, and he was lifted up from the ground, and made to stand on 2 feet like a man. The mind of a man was given to it. And behold, another beast, a second one like a bear. It was raised upon one side, 3 rivers in his mouth between its teeth. It was told, arise, devour much flesh. After this I looked, and behold, another like a leopard, with 4 wings of a bird on its back. And the beast had 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. After this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a 4th beast, terrifying and dreadful and exceedingly strong. He had great iron teeth. He devoured him and broke in pieces, and stamped what was left with his feet. He was different from all the beasts out before, and had 10 horns. I considered the horns, and behold, there came out among them another horn, and little one, for which 3 of the horns were plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a man speaking great things. As I looked, behold, thrones were placed, and the Ancient of Days took a seat. His clothing was like white snow, and the head of his head was like pure wool. His thrones were fiery flames, his wheels were burning fire. A stream of fire issued came out from before him. 1,000 served it, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. Courts sat in judgment, and the books were open. And I looked, and because the sound of the great word, and the horn was seeking, as I looked, the beast was killed, and spoiled, destroyed, and given over to be burned with fire. And as for the rest of the beasts, their dominion was taken away. But their lives were prolonged for a season at a time. And so in the night vision, and behold, with the clouds of heaven there came one like the Son of Man, and he came to the Ancient of Days that was presented before him. And to him was given dominion, and a glory and kingdom, all peoples, nations, and languages should serve him. And his dominion is an everlasting dominion, and shall not pass away. His kingdom of one that shall not be destroyed. As for me, Daniel, my spirit within me was anxious, and the visions of my head alarmed me. I approached one of those who stood there. I asked him the chief concern of it. So he told me and made known to me the interpretation of the things. These four kings shall rise out of the earth. But the saints of the Most High shall receive the kingdom, and receive the kingdom forever and ever. And I decided to know the truth about the fourth beast, which is different from all the rest, exceedingly terrifying, the teeth out, and claws of bronze, and which devoured and broke in pieces. Then what was left with his feet, and about the 10 horns that were on the side, and the other horn that came out, and before which 3 of them fell. The one that had eyes and a mouth that spoke great things, and which seemed greater than his companions. And as I looked, this horn mingled with the same, and prevailed over them until the ancient days came. And judgment was given for the saints of the Most High. And time came when the saints possessed the kingdom. Thus he said, as for the fourth beast, there shall be a fourth kingdom on earth. It shall be different from all the kingdoms. It shall divide the whole earth, and trample it down and break it to pieces. As for the 10 horns, out of this kingdom 10 kings shall arise. And another shall rise after them, and he shall be different from the former ones. And shall put down 3 kings. He shall speak words against the Most High. He shall wear out the saints of the Most High. He shall think to change the times in the Lord. He shall think to change the times in the Lord. Times in the Lord shall be given into his hand for a time, times and half a time. The court shall sit in judgment, and his dominion shall be taken away, till he can change destroyed to you. And the kingdom and dominion shall be greatness of the kingdoms under the whole heaven shall he give unto you with the saints of the Most High. His kingdom shall be an everlasting kingdom, and his Lord dominion shall serve and obey. Here's the end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, my thoughts greatly alarmed me, and my heart changed on account of the matter in my heart. In the 3rd year of the reign of King Belshazzar, a vision appeared to me. Daniel after that, which appeared to me at the first, and I saw in the vision, and when I saw, I was in Susan Citadel, which is in the province of Halland. I saw in the vision, and I was on the Eli Canal. I raised my eyes and saw, and behold, a ram standing on the bank of the canal. It had 2 horns, both horns high. The one was higher than the other, and the higher one came up last. And I saw the ram charging westward and northward and southward. No beast could stand before it, and there was no one who could rescue from his mouth. He did as he pleased and became great. As I was considering, behold, a male goat came from the west across the face of the whole earth, without touching the ground. And the goat had conspicuous horn between his eyes. We ran to the ram with 2 horns, and I had seen him standing on the bank of the canal. He ran out with his powerful eye. I saw him come close to the ram. He was enraged against it and struck the ram. And it struck the ram and broke his 2 horns. And the ram had no power to stand before him. Well, he cast him down to the ground, and trampled on it. There was no one who could rescue the ram from his hand. And the goat became exceedingly great. But when he was strong, the very horn was broken. Instead of it, they came out 4 conspicuous horns toward the 4 winds of heaven. And one of them came a little horn, which grew exceedingly great toward the south, toward the east, and toward the glorious land. It grew great even to the host of heaven. And saw the host of some of the stars, it threw down to the ground and trampled on it. It became great even as the great as the prince of the host. And the regular burnt offering was taken away from it, and the place of sanctuary was overthrown, and a host will be given over to it, together with the regular burnt offering, as a transgression. And it will throw truth to the ground, it will act and prosper. And I heard a holy one speaking, another holy one said to the one who spoke, for how long is the vision concerning the regular burnt offering, transgression that makes us land, giving over the sanctuary, to trample underfoot? And he said to him, for 2,300 evenings and mornings, and the sanctuary shall be restored to its rightful state. And I, Daniel, had seen the vision. I saw downstairs, and behold, there stood before me having the appearance of a man. And I heard a man's voice between the banks of Eli, and he called Gabriel. And made this man understand the vision. So he came near where I stood, and he came, I was frightened, and I fell on my face, but he came near to understand. And so, for that vision is the time of the year. And he spake unto me, I fell into a deep sleep with my face to the ground. And he touched me, and made me stand up. And he said, behold, I'll make known to you whatever shall be at the latter end of the indignation. I refers to the appointed time of the year. As the latter ram that he saw with the 2 horns, used as kings of Media and Persia, and the grace of the king grew, and the great one between his eyes and the first king. And as for the horn that was broken, in the place of which 4 others arise, 4 kingdoms shall arise from his nation, and not with his power, and at the latter end of the kingdom, and the transgressors have reached their limit, a king of bold face, one that understands riddle shall rise. His power shall be great, but not by his own power. He shall cause fearful destruction, shall succeed in what he does, and destroy mighty men and the people who are the saints. And his cunning he shall make deceit prosper under his hand, but his own money he shall become great. Without warning he shall destroy many, he shall even rise up against the princes, shall be broken, but by no human hand. Vision of the evenings and the mornings that has been taught us true, and seal up the vision for it first and many days from now. I, Daniel, was overcome and lay sick for some days. And I arose and went about the king's goodness, but I was appalled by the vision and did not understand. In the first year, Darius, son of Hazer, decent and needy, who was made looking over the rock and the child is. In the first series, I, Daniel, perceived in the books the number of years that, according to the word of the Lord to Jeremiah the prophet, must pass before the end of the desolations of Jerusalem, namely 70 years. And I turned up my face to the Lord God, seeking him by prayer and pleased for mercy with fasting and sacrifice and ashes. I prayed to the Lord my God and made confession, and saying, O Lord, the great and awesome God, who keeps covenant and steadfast love with those who love him and keep his commandments. They sinned and done wrong and acted wickedly and rebelled and turning aside your commandments and rules. Do not listen to yourselves, God, who speak in your name, talking. Now praise our Father, to all the Hebrew land. To you, O Lord, belongs righteousness. To us open shame as at this day, to the men Jew, to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, to all Israel, those who are near and those who are far away, in all the lands to which you have chosen, for the treasury that they have committed against you. To us, O Lord, belongs open shame. To our kings, to our princes, and to our fathers, because you sinned against you. The Lord our God belongs mercy and forgiveness. We rebelled against it, and have not obeyed the voice of the Lord our God. I walk in his laws, which he set before us. I observe the prophets, the Lord Israel's transgressed his law and turned aside, refusing to obey your voice. I am the curse and oath over in the Lord of mercy. So the Lord, so that God has been poured upon us, because he has sinned against it. He has confirmed his words which he spoke against us and against our laws, and against our laws, who ruled us by bringing upon us a great calamity. For under the whole heaven there has not been done anything like what has been done against Jerusalem. This is written in the law of Moses. All this calamity has come upon us, yet we have not entreated the fate of the Lord God. And for our iniquities and guilt inside by our truth. Therefore the Lord has kept ready the calamity, and has brought it upon us. The Lord our God is righteous in all the works that he has done. For you have not obeyed his voice, and now the Lord did not God, who brought your people out of the land. For you do with a mighty hand and made a name for yourself. Except this day we have sinned and we have done wickedly. Now, Lord, according to all your righteous acts, let your anger and wrath turn away from you, Jerusalem, on your holy hill. As you have sinned for the iniquities of our fathers. Jerusalem and your people have become a byway among all around us. And therefore, our God, listen to prayer in yourself, and to his close mercy for their own sake, O Lord. May your face shine upon your sanctuary, which is desolate. O my God, incline your ear and hear. Open your eyes and see our desolations, and see that is called by your name. And we do not present our place before you. Because of our righteousness, because of great mercy. O Lord, hear, O Lord, forgive. O Lord, pay attention, act, delay not for your own sake. O my God, because you see and your people are called by your name. While I was speaking and praying, confessing my sin of your people Israel, and presenting my plea for the Lord my God, for the holy hill of my God. I was seeking in prayer, and then gave up. And I seen with the visions from the prophetic, painting its flight doing swift flight at the time of the evening sacrifice. He made me understand, speaking with me and saying, and Daniel, I have now come out to give you insight and understanding. At the beginning of priest from Nancy, I will let down. And I come to tell it to you, for your greatly love. I will consider the way I understand the vision. 70 weeks I decree about your people in your holy city, to finish the transgression, to put an end to sin, and to atone for iniquity, and bring an everlasting righteousness, seal both vision and prophet, and to anoint a most holy place. Now therefore and understand to the growing out of the word to restore and build Jerusalem, to the coming out of anointed one of prince. There shall be 7 weeks, then for 62 weeks shall be built again, as squares and married, but in this trouble time. After 62 weeks, an anointed one shall be cut off, and shall have nothing. And the people of the prince who is to come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary. Then shall come with the flood, and to the end there shall be war. Desolation is decreed, and it shall be a strong covenant with many for 1 week, and for half the week, and he shall put an end to sacrifice and offering. On the wing of abomination shall come one who makes desolate. It is decreed and is poured out on the desolator. In the 30th Cyrus king of Persia, a word was revealed to Daniel, who was named Belshazzar. And the word was true, and it was great compliment. And he understood the word, and had understanding of the vision. In those days, Daniel was manly for 30 years. I ate no delicacies, no meat or wine into my bad, nor did I anoint myself at all. But for 3 weeks, and the 24th day of the first month, I was sitting on the bank of the great river. I lifted up my eyes and behold, a man clothed in linen, with a fine garment with as around his waist. His body was like beryl, his face like the appearance of lightning, and his eyes were like flaming torches. His arms and legs like the gleam of burnished bronze, and the sound of his word like the sound of a multitude. And I Daniel, alone saw the wisdom. Well, the men who were with me did not see the vision. A great trembling fell upon them, and they fled to hide themselves. So I was left alone and saw the great vision, and no strength was left in me. My radiant appearance was fearfully changed, and I retained no strength. And I heard the sound of his words, and as I heard the sound of his words, I fell on my face indeed, slay with my face to the ground. And behold, a hand touched me and set me trembling on my hands and knees. And I said to me, Daniel, I'm angry and little, understand the words I speak to you. Stand upright, for now I have been sent to you. And he had spoken his words when I stood trembling. And he said to me, fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that you set your heart to understand, and to humble yourself before your God. Your words have been heard, I have come because of your words. Prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me. While I was left there with the kings of Persia, and came to make you understand what is to happen to your people in the latter days. While the vision is for days yet to come. When he spake to me according to these words, I turned my face toward the ground, and was mute. And behold, one of the likeness of the children of men touched my lips. And I opened my mouth and spoke, and I said, Take me still before me, O my Lord, by reason of the vision and pains that have come upon me, and I retain his strength. How can my Lord sit and talk of my Lord? For now his strength remains in me, and no breath is left in me. Again, one having the appearance of a man touched me and strengthened me. And he said, O man, great Lord, fear not, peace be with thee, and be strong and of good courage. And he spoke to me, I was strengthened, and said, Let my Lord speak, for you have strengthened me. And he said, Do you know what I have come to you? And now I return to fight against the Prince of Persia. And you go out, behold, the Prince of Greece will come. And I'll tell you what is inscribed in the book of truth. There is none who contends by my side against these, except Michael, your prince. Proverbs 23. When you sit down to eat with a ruler, observe carefully what is before you, and put a knife to your throat if you are given to appetite. Do not desire the delicacies, for they are deceptive food. Do not toil to acquire wealth. For you discerning enough to this, when your eyes light on it, it is gone. Something that sprouts wings, flying like an eagle toward heaven. And do not eat the bread of a man who is stingy. And do not desire his delicacies, you like one who is inwardly calculated. Eat and drink, he says to you, but his heart is not with you. You will vomit up the morsel that you have eaten, and waste your pleasant words. Do not speak in the hearing of a fool, for he will despise the good sense of your words. Do not move an ancient land or enter the fields of the Father, where there is demons strong who plead their cause against you, and apply hard to instruction and yea towards the night. You withhold discipline from a child, and if you strike him with the rod, he will not die. If you strike him with the rod, you will save his soul from Sheol. My son, if your heart is wise, you may hear to your river. But you must be will exalt, and when your lips speak what is right. Then not your heart envy sins, and continue the faith of the Lord all the day. You only hear a preacher, and your heart will not be cut off. Hear my son, be wise, and direct your heart in the way. You know, among drunkards or among gluttonous is the need, for the drunkard and the glutton will come to poverty, and slumber will clothe them with rags. Listen to your father that gave you life. You don't despise your mother when she is old. My children, do not serve by wisdom, instruction, and understanding. Father and righteous will greatly rejoice. He fathers and my son will be glad. Your father and mother be glad. Let her boy rejoice. My son, give me your heart, and let your eyes observe my ways. My posture is the deep end, and the daughters is the narrow way. And lies away like a roe, and increases the change among mankind. Who is way, who is sorrow, who is strife, who is complaint, who is the spectacles, who is redness of eyes. And who is tell you long everyone, and you go to try mixed wine, do not look at my words, when it sparkles in the cup, and goes down smoothly. And your bright like a sun, and stones like an eye, your eyes will see strange things, and heart with the perverse thing. You'll be like one of the hands, many must see. But when it lies on top of us, they struck me, but you will say, I do not feel it. One will I wake up, I must have another drink. Psalm 57. Be merciful to me, O God, be merciful to me. Redeem my soul, take refuge. In the shadow of your wings, I will take refuge. And the storms of destruction pass by. I cry to God most high. To God who fulfills his purpose for me. He will stand from heaven and save me. He will put to shame him who tramples on me. My God will send out steadfast love and faithfulness. My soul is in the midst of the lions. I lie down in the midst of fiery abyss. Amid fiery abyss, the John of man, whose teeth are spears and arrows. His tongue is a sharp sword. He is already God above the heavens. Let your glory be over all of the earth. Stand up for my son. My soul is back there. And you don't prepare my way. They fall into themselves. How steadfast, say God. How steadfast, I will sing and make melody. Awake, my God. Awake, a harp and lyre. I will wake at the dawn. I will give thanks to your Lord among the peoples. I will sing praise to you among the nations. His steadfast love is great to heavens. For your faithfulness to the land. Be exalted, God, above the heavens. Let your glory be over all the earth. Now this donation now to the Lord's Prayer. His spirit heads are Father in heaven. Hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come. Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. This day our daily bread. You give us today, Jesus, forgive our debtors. It is time temptation to us in evil. It is the kingdom and the glory, the power and the glory forever. Amen. See you tomorrow. Bye.